So right now I'm looking for a new game. I was trying Sonic Heroes. I actually was getting into it. Kim Possible is pretty good. Definitely like it. Um, I was playing Kaya. Keeping forgetting the name of that game. Legacy. I wanted to keep on saying Legend, but it's not Legend. It's Legacy. That's a seems to be a rare word. Nobody uses that word. Like, oh, that's different. Oh, the Legacy of Kaya. It started out pretty good game. Didn't really like the map design was kind of interesting, and like I wasn't really sure what I was doing. So like maybe you have to play through it a little bit to figure out like this game. Like I know exactly what I'm doing. Like the way it's designed. Like go here, do this, do that. Like I don't know. So I have to find a new game. Kim Possible is definitely pretty good, so I'll have to give it another try again. But also, there's games I need to finish. So I'm just gonna mess around for a little while and try to figure out the next game I want to try. And go back and forth a little bit, and then finish out my games. There might be a list of games that I may never play. Like I really like Treasure Planet. Like Treasure Planet is so freaking good. Treasure Planet was so freaking good, guys. Like at the end, there was like 5 or 6 that like I really hated, but like the rest of the game, I mean, I give it like a 90%. Like you know what I mean? It was a 90% good game, and then like the last 5 or 6, the last 5 or 6 ones. Oh man, oh man, and I even did the one I hated the most. Like I was at like 84 out of 85. And I still managed to do the one I hated the most. So then like we got Sly Cooper that I still have to technically finish because I never actually finished it. So I like to get some of these games out of the way. Like they're done. You know, complete, done, completed. I feel like I have too many games going, so I would like to finish some of these. So I already have Jak and Daxter. I already did Jak and Daxter 2 again, which is really annoying. So this is Jak and Daxter Hero Mode. And I haven't finished it yet. I'll show you guys. This is where... Wait. Um, 160... No. Oh, 106%. That's the one, I think. Yeah, 84. That's 78. That's the most I've ever done. 47. That was like my best game I ever played. This one here was like the best game I ever played. So at 47, so I did a little bit better. So this is the current game I was working on now, I think. I don't remember what 78 was about. Oh, 94. Oh, before I beat the game. I think I was trying to do something. I don't need to do that. So I don't think I need that game. I'll save one of them, I guess. This is the game I'm currently working on. That's the game I'm currently working on. But it occurs to me. Triangle? Yeah, triangle. It occurs to me that I need to start over. So once I get the game done, once I finish the game, and I'm gonna skip all the movies, just to let you know.
For every age, there is a time of trial.
So remember how to skip it. Triangle, triangle. See, like, let's just do a comparison. Like, I would love to play some Legend of Kaya, like maybe switch back and forth and do. You know what? That's a great idea. I need to write that down. I'm gonna do. I can leave that for now because I'm gonna be skipping the majority stuff. I already know the plot and all that stuff. Maybe at some point I'll do a proper playthrough, like the whole, like the videos and everything, because I did that with Kingdom Hearts. I did that with other games, but right now, I just want the gameplay. I just want the gameplay, and I want to finish it as fast as possible. And I love this game. This is a great game, but like but the reason why I'm complaining right now is because like I just did this. And I recorded it, and I forgot to put it on YouTube. So now I'm putting it on YouTube, and I actually completely forgot I did that. I have so Jak and Daxter is done. I finished Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter was easy to do. I love Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter is great. It's a great game, but Jak and Daxter 2 is kind of a pain. I'm not gonna try to look for any of the eggs because I'm already doing that, and there's nothing else I really want to do. So we're basically right now. I'm just gonna beat the game. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna beat the game, and that's it. And then later, when I have like a little bit more time and a little bit more energy, I'll replay it again. But I'm gonna replay it on hero mode. Because at least that will be different. It would be different because I've never played it on hero mode before. So it'll be different. So once I do this, I run through it. I'm going to replay it again on hero mode, and I'll replay the videos. And this is going to be Jak and Daxter hero mode ? Because that's our goal. Our goal is to get to hero mode. So that's been my goal for a while. I've already talked about this, but the video isn't there because Twitch deletes their videos. You can save them, but there's like you only have a certain memory, and like maybe if I get like what do you call it? If I become a partner or whatever, I don't know. I don't know how all that works because I haven't done it yet. So, for the time being, Jak and Daxter, and I'm gonna be taking a break at some point. So just to let you know. And I still love this game. Like Jak and Daxter is a great game. It's probably one of my favorite games. I think I like Sly Cooper even more, which is wild. Like, I just got Sly Cooper, and well, put it this way, I've had Jak and Daxter for a long time. I don't even know how long I've had this game, and I even had to replace it because like one of my games kind of broke, so I had to replace one of them. And I don't care whatsoever. Like, is that gonna? Of course I'm gonna replace it. I love this game. I need to replace Final Fantasy VII as well. So yeah, no, I don't even care. I actually accidentally got 2 Ben 10s. So I have this one just sitting over there. So I have a couple games I'm gonna try to sell at some point, and I think they can like refurbish them. So I don't know if they can refurbish them or not. So just let them know that there might be some damage on them, and see if we can sell these, and maybe they can refurbish the game. I don't know. So we'll see. I think they do have the ability to do that. I don't know how they do that. Some of these CDs are only sub-repairable though, so they might not be able to repair it. I don't know. But yeah, so I have a couple games I'm gonna try to sell. Like, yeah, they're used. They operate pretty well, but there is some difficulty. So I don't know if somebody can fix that or not. I don't know. Like my Final Fantasy VII game has some problems. So it's like, yeah, they have some problems, but the game still works. It works, but like, I don't know. So we'll see. I'll see, and if I can't do anything with them, I can't do anything with them. It's not that big of a deal. It's only a couple dollars. I do want to get more games, so I'll be thinking about that as well. I want to get more games. I'm happy with every game I have so far. So far, there's like 2 games maybe I don't like. I have this game called Scalar, or Skylar. I think it's Scalar. It's like this lizard guy. It's kind of cool. It's a cool premise, a cool looking game, but I'm not sure if I like it or not. So we have to play through that game a little bit more. Kaya. It's kind of 50-50. I'm not sure if I like it or not. Kim Possible was pretty good, so I'm gonna put that on the. I'll probably put that on the keep it list, but it's not really on the replay list. So I have like three lists. I have like games I love, games that I like to play, and games that I'm probably not going to keep it. So those are my 3 lists. So Kim Possible is in list 2. It's like, okay, I can definitely play through this. I think Ben 10 is also in there. Unfortunately, there was a couple things I didn't really like about Ben 10. It was a pretty good game all in all. Like I still have to find like all the sumo wrestler cards and like stuff like that. So maybe I'll eventually get around to doing that as well. So like I have to figure out like what games I need to do, and I feel like I need to write this down as well. Because I completely forgot about Jak and Daxter, and I thought I already did it, but then I was looking at my YouTube like, oh yeah, I didn't do that. Whoops. So here we go, playing it for like the 50th time. I love this game though. I figured I would play a game that I know instead of a game I don't know. For now, until I find a game that I want to play, and I still need to finish Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, I'm loving Tomb Raider, so we have to get back to Tomb Raider 2. But here we go. I don't care about the orbs. See, he has the ability to like launch himself forward. That's like I feel like that's an ability that more people need. I wish I could do that in Kingdom Hearts. And you know, something that I'm thinking about too. I don't need. Actually, wait. Can I turn that off? I think I can. Graphic options, game options. No. As in the other game. Sorry, the bad guys are kind of tough in this game. You know, it's funny. So all the bad guys are really easy to take out in this game, but there's a lot of them. So they're easy to take out, but there's a lot of them. This game is definitely a, what do you call it, beat 'em up game for sure. I think I prefer Jak and Daxter 1 a little bit more, like overall, because all the enemies are easy to take out. All these guys, like you need two attacks to take them out. So I definitely prefer Jak and Daxter. I think that's also Legacy, isn't it? I think it is. Precursor Legacy, yeah. It's also Legacy. Yeah, Jak and Daxter Legacy is a little bit better than Jak and Daxter 2, but I like all of them. And I think I like this one better than the third one. The third one's still pretty good though. They're all really good. I don't think I need the orbs for anything, so I'm not worried about it. Yes, that's true. That makes a lot more sense than what I was doing in Compossible. Compossible was like one and then triangle. So square, X square seems to make more sense. I like the way he's set up a little bit better as well. Like the character setup is a little bit better. It makes sense. It flows. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I played it so many times. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's why like I want to get a chance to like play the game a little bit. Like I was playing Sonic Heroes, and after playing it for a little while, I started to get used to it. So I need the ability to like get used to playing a game for a little while. And once I gotten used to playing a game for a while, then I can show off. Like I'm not one of those people who can just pick up a game right away. And I've seen other people do it, and they don't really do it either. But like I don't know, I just don't want to play a game for like hours on end. And like I don't know, I so like there's this one guy. He's actually a pretty big YouTuber. He's really good, and I watched him play Kingdom Hearts. He did a really good job. He knows exactly where everything is. So that was a good example. But then when he does Jak and Daxter, he wasn't doing very good at all. Like so, triangle. Yeah, when he was playing Jak and Daxter, he was not having a good day. I forgot about his Dark Jak mode. You know, it's crazy. Like, the Dark Jak thing is really freaking cool, but you just really don't use it. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to use it a little bit in this game. Grand Theft Jak. Jak and Daxter Grand Theft Auto. I was looking at Grand Theft Auto to see if I would be interested in it at all. And to be honest, it doesn't seem like the kind of game I would like. For one thing, I like the fantasy aspect of Jak and Daxter. I do actually like the cartoon aspect as well. And more than anything else, I like the character. And when I look at Grand Theft Auto, I don't know. I'm not really sure if I like the character or not. It seems like Grand Theft Auto is more about the game experience than the character or the plot. And like the plot is like it's basically more or less the same game from what I understand. Like same game, you're a fugitive, you're trying to get away, etc. You have to steal cars and do this and do that, and in order to survive, being a criminal. So it's basically, like I said, from what I understand, and I haven't really played through it, but from what I understand, it's like same concept, right? But I don't know, there's something more fun and whimsical about Jak and Daxter, so even though it's the same concept, it's done... There's something more fun about Jak and Daxter because it's a cartoon. I don't know. And then, like I said, the magical powers, and I can't argue with the fantasy aspect. Like, I definitely prefer the fantasy aspect, for sure. Like, I love Tony Hawk. Pro Skater game, and I might pick it up again. I could have sworn I actually had it, but no, I don't. So I might pick it up. Who knows? But not having any magical powers, I don't know. There's also like a couple of snowboarding games I could try. And I might pick up like a racing game at some point because I'm not bad at racing games, so we'll see. So I might try to branch out instead of just platformers. I might branch out to other different kinds of games. I feel like I know this game too well. Wrong way, I think. No matter how many times I played this game, I still kind of get lost, though. That way. Well, not so much lost, but it's easy to go the wrong way. Go that way. Speaking of which, which button is it? Oh, give me a second. Trying to get. That one? Oh, that one. Okay. They definitely made a mistake when it comes to the jack powers. Though, the guns are so useful that the jack powers don't even feel like they're a part of the game. And I'm not really sure how I would do that. Like, maybe I would, like, merge the two together. That way it would have, like, jack powers plus guns. I don't know. This feels like maybe they should be like magical guns or something. I'm not really sure how I'd be able to fix that, or maybe even be able to use Jack and Dax. Maybe you'd be able to use Dark Jack while firing the guns at the same time. That would have been freaking awesome. Maybe Dark Jack can make you tougher. Like immortal for a little while. I don't know. Like maybe Dark Jack should have been more like passive effects. Make him stronger gun. I don't know. I feel like they should have just figured out something that could have been like merged the two a little bit more together, or make Dark Jack a little bit more useful. And in Jack 3, Dark Jack is almost forced into the game. So there's a small moments in Jack and Daxter 3 that you have to use Dark Jack, like you can't do anything else because like the Dark Blast is the only thing that works. Furthermore, Dark Jack is different in Dark Jack is different in the third game than he is in this game, which is really weird. So they didn't even like They didn't even pull it over. It's not the same character. It's a little bit different. They have different powers and different skills. So even once you get used to Dark Jack in this game, he's completely different in the third game, which is kind of weird. So they didn't really have a lot of like what do you call it, connectivity, or no, not connectivity, but it's not very coherent. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's not very fluid. I think I'm ending that wrong. There we go. I think I hit the wall. Am I having so much trouble with that jump? Whoops. Apparently I just sucked it now. There we go. You know what? He's pretty small in this game too. Can we zoom in on the character a little bit more? Seriously, guys, when you build a game, make sure that we can zoom in on the character a little bit more. Or give me an option. Zoom in, zoom out. You know what I mean? Give me an option. Let's see. I would like to knock this out as quick as possible, basically, and then we'll get back to the hero mode stuff. Unfortunately, some of the missions are just going to be missing. Sorry about that, guys. Unless I decide to redo them, maybe I'll just. But I don't know which ones I'll be missing, so I have to start all over again, and I'm not going to be doing that. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. I'm not going to be doing that. Some of those missions are really crazy, and I'm not going to be doing them again. No, thank you. I already have them done. I'll do a showcase instead. I wish they could have like a way of recording it or something. Some games have like a recording mode, sort of. Like they show you how you did it. I think Sonic has that. I swear I always get myself a little bit lost. Oh, now I can see it. There we go. I don't know why I don't have a map. That's a really bad design. Yeah, even though I love this game, there's still a lot of bad designs. And like, you're allowed to love a game and still think it has a bad design. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I think this game has a bad design because I love the game. You know what I mean? It's like I wish this was a better game. If this was a better game, I would, I would love it even more. That's kind of, that kind of a thing. I mean, I think this game could be like my favorite game, and I think it's just missing a couple things to be my favorite game. It had certain aspects, like comparing this to Treasure Planet. I enjoy this game more than Treasure Planet, but there are certain aspects of both games that I love. They did a really good job with that game. I was really impressed. I'm just going to be skipping all the videos. I can probably get pretty far because the beginning of this game is really easy. Doesn't really start getting hard into around the middle game. And then the ending is kind of ridiculous. Call me crazy, but having an easy game is not necessarily a bad idea. In Incredibles, it was really easy in the beginning, the middle was okay, the ending was really hard, but the ending, like the final boss was really easy, and I was like, okay, I do not hate the idea that the final boss was easy. I don't hate it. I'm not going to lie. I don't hate it. And the reason why I don't hate it is I felt like I kind of earned it. Because the last 4 or the last 5 missions were insane. They were insane. And then I'm like, what the hell? And then the final boss, I was expecting the final boss to be impossible. But I was like, oh, this is easy. It took me like 2 or 3 tries because I didn't know what I was doing. But once I figured out what I needed to do, I was like, oh, why? I was expecting it to be as hard as the original pinball machine. The original pinball machine was actually harder than the final one. Why is the original one harder? And even weirder, and talk about being weird. The very first one that you fight is the hardest. The one that you have to fight in lava, like that one's totally harder. And then the second one, you have to fight the pinball monster like 3 times. So the first time was like really hard. The second time was okay, and then the third time was easy. Like, I feel like this is a little backwards, but whatever. Okay. I'm good with it. I'm good. Pinball monster, I love it. That's funny. I think I do need the skull gems, though, if I recall correctly. I don't need the eggs, but I do need the skull gems. Precursor orbs. I always call them eggs. I think other people do too. The other guy I was watching, he kept on calling them eggs too, but people kept on complaining about it. Like, yeah, whatever I call it, guys. Anyone has a problem with that? I don't care. I'm gonna call it whatever I call it. It looks like an egg. Therefore, it's an egg. They are a lot more generous when it comes to health in this game. Although, of course, in this game it doesn't really matter because it's a sudden death game, but still. It's still helpful. More games to consider having HP. Like, games with 100% sudden death, like Sly Cooper, they're not a lot of fun to play, I'm telling you. It's not a lot of fun to play Sly Cooper because you die over and over and over again, and it's like, like every time I make a mistake, I die. Like it's too much for a gamer. You know what I mean? And that's what I started doing it with Kim Possible. Like I was just making too many mistakes, and they even had a lot. They had a lot of. I feel a little bit bigger in this game. Oh, I can zoom in a little bit. Not much, but still a little bit. It zooms back out. That's annoying. See, that's what I don't like. It zooms back out. So I forgot I could do that in this game. That should be manual, not automatic. Great game, man. Wonder how they do that. That's wild. Ah, come on. Can't wait to get a gun because the combat in this game is terrible. You have to have good timing. Let's see. These guys are a little bit easier to fight. There's things with the tongues. I do not like those things. These guys are not bad though. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a couple missions done. Try to get as many things as I can out of the way. I'll finish Jak and Daxter, and then I'll think. And I'm gonna be thinking about the next game I want to play as well. Probably get back into Kim Possible again, and then Sonic Heroes. I'm gonna put that on the back burner because I'm gonna have to play it a little bit. So I'd like to get some of these games out of the way. I think that would be good. I think that's a good idea. Like get some of these games out of the way, and then any of the games like I'm struggling with, I'll put those like on the side, and that way I could practice them. I want to do a stream, and then like I don't care about the movies for now. Not movies, the YouTube for now. I do like streaming. So I mean I do like streaming. So but I'll edit my videos. So that way I can have a clean video. So at some point I want to start editing my videos as well. So I'll probably take off for a little while and start editing my videos. We'll have to see. And maybe I might even find someone who can edit them for me. But that's like a lot. So far I've been logging a lot of hours. So we'll see when it comes to that. I'll probably just edit myself. It's not going to be professional, but it'd be good enough. One thing they did in this game, but they did better in the third game, is you could turn off his dark powers, but you can't do that. There we go. I can't turn off my back. I can't speak today. I can't turn off the powers in this game, but I can in the third game. It's definitely interesting. Like you watch, like if somebody makes a series, and I have to look for more series as well. If somebody makes a series, like the game definitely improves as the series continues, for sure. Like I would say, Kingdom Hearts 2 is better than Kingdom Hearts 1. There are things I don't like about 2, but all in all, it's better. Like the movies are better, the story is better. There's so many things that are just better about the second game. I like Kingdom Hearts 1 better because of the magic system, but really the only thing that's better about Kingdom Hearts 1 is the magic system. Also in Kingdom Hearts 1 is a little bit more of a platformer, where Kingdom Hearts 2 is more of a world, what do you call that? Explorer. It's more of an explorer game. That's a good word for that. Explorer game. Like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 12 is an explorer game. Final Fantasy 7 is an explorer game. RPG. It's not just an RPG. See, I feel like an RPG is different. Role playing game is more like Sims. Where Final Fantasy 7 is more like a explorer. It's an explorer game. There's not really that much RPG going on. I just realized that. Not really. There are certain things that happen in the game, but it's not very many things. Like there's like certain options, like do this, do that, do the other thing, and see what happens. A game that's truly an RPG is what's that game called? I can't remember the name of the game. I put it on my list of games I might want to get. I think it was not Elder Scroll. Crap! What the hell was the name of that game? I think it may have been made by Elder Scroll or something like that. I can be right back, guys. There's actually a game called Fable. I never played the game. I never really got into Xbox, and it seemed like a really good game. And it's unfortunate it's not available on PlayStation. But that's an RPG. Like you could be like evil, you could be good, you can make decisions. That's an RPG, right? When I hear the word RPG, that's what I think of. There's another game that is available on PlayStation. The life of me, I can't think of the name of that game. I have it on my list, but I would have to use my phone to get it, so not worried about it. Not a big deal. Maybe it's an RPG because you talk to people, but you're not making decisions. It's not like a, what do you call it, reality. I don't know what the name of those games are, but I like to call it like a reality show game. Like you get to get like a dating sims game. Like if they ever made Survivor a game, that'd be interesting. Survivor the Sims game. Sims would probably be RPG as well. This is more like a story. This is more of a story than an RPG. I would call this a story game, not an RPG. Unless the role that I'm playing is Jack. Maybe. So maybe I'm playing Jack, so therefore it's a role-playing game? I don't know. Maybe that works, but maybe I have to look up the definition. Like I said, in Final Fantasy VII, a little bit, because there's like in the beginning of the game you do some like talking to people and finding out information and talk to this person and here's a choice and you have to do this and you have to do that. But as soon as that's done, like you don't roleplay ever again for the rest of the game. And I think there's some there's like one or two more things throughout the game. But the rest of the game is battling monsters. So I would call Final Fantasy VII a battle game, not a story game. I would say the majority of the game is battling. Like 90%, like 90, 95, like yeah, maybe even 95% of the game is battling. Oh boy, I don't like this missing. Let's see. Game options. I always forget that this is like the first mission that you do. Once you get past that part, the rest is kind of not that bad. I think that's the best time I ever did that. Thank you. Crap. Oh wait. That's fine. That's fine. You know, I actually completely didn't know that, like, the first couple of times I did that. I thought I had to go all the way back. Oh, man. I had to do that all over again. Oh, boy. Thank you. Oh, I didn't even need that, but whatever. Not that hard. Man, I made that look easy. Look at me making things look easy. The other game was called Champions of Norath. I just remembered it. There is a game as an RPG, for sure. You can play anybody you want. You can basically do whatever you want. You can be a bad guy, you can be a good guy, and there's a lot of story. There's still a lot of like things that you have to fight, and the story pretty much stays the same if I remember correctly. So it doesn't matter if you're good or bad. The only thing that changes is who you fight at the end. So they weren't very creative when it came to the different pathways that you could choose. But still, that's an RPG. I actually might get Champions of Norath just to show it off. It's a pretty cool game. Pretty sure that was like an Elder Scroll game, which is why I said Elder Scroll. There you go. Huzzah. I don't know why I made that look so easy. I've played this game too many times. Riding around in my automobile, 6 and 7, hands on the wheel. Gonna cruise on Saturday night, everything is gonna be alright. Gonna drive a quarter mile. Put my hair when it's in style. Listen to the radio. I forget the rest of that song. Sometimes it takes like 2 or 3 tries, even on the easy ones. Because it's easy to forget, like, what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it. So sometimes it just takes a little bit of practice. Like I haven't played this game in a while. Like I'm already like blowing up. That's one thing that's huge, big. It's such a freaking big difference. In Jak and Daxter, your vehicle doesn't blow up. That's a huge difference. Huge difference. So Jak and Daxter 2, you're crashing into things. And as a matter of fact, I think in Jak and Daxter 3, I think your vehicle does blow up, but it's a lot harder to do. It's also not quite as fast. I can't quite put my finger on it. Whoops. I can't put my finger on it, but there is a difference between the second game and the third game, for sure. Like it's a lot easier to control. You're not going as fast. It's not as sensitive. I feel like it's made of paper in this game. I can literally like go as fast as I want to, jump out of the car and then crash this if I want to. But you can't do that in the third game. I've tried. Ah, come on. The one thing that's annoying about this game is I literally have to get there. It was right there. Come on. Like it doesn't count because it didn't hit that beam. Sometimes I feel like certain games spoil you, and that makes it harder to play games. Like this game is really challenging. And it's supposed to be challenging. And like I keep on asking, like I want more checkpoints. But man, I'm just spoiled because playing Sonic is like, oh boy. It reminds you, like, yeah, there are no checkpoints. I'm like, well, correction. Sonic does have checkpoints, but Mario doesn't. Mario's checkpoint is each level. Each level is a checkpoint, and other than that, good luck. And don't turn off your game because you have to do this in one go. No mercy. Well, some mercy, but only a little. I'll tell you one thing. You want to play a hard game. You want to play a hard game. Play the original Aladdin game. Oh boy. Was that a PC game? I think it was a PC game. Play the original Lion King game. Did they make any others? Those are the two I'm familiar with. I seem to recall a 101 Dalmatian game too. Or was that in the movie? They need to make that a video game because I would totally play that. The video, like the if you ever watched the movie, there's a video game in the movie. I want to play that video game. Do you ever want to really play something that doesn't exist? I would play the crap out of Wreck-It Ralph. How come Wreck-It Ralph isn't a video game? They need to make Wreck-It Ralph a video game. Come on. I would totally play that. Or no, wait, what was it called? Fix It Felix. I would play Fix It Felix and I would play Wreck-It Ralph. And let me tell you, that game Slaughter Race, that looks fun. I would play Slaughter Race. I'm not a big fan of racing games, but I would play that game. No, I'm surprised about that. What's the rating of Ralph Breaks the Internet? Has to be rated PG-13, isn't it? Has to be. Because Slaughter Race is totally like... Slaughter Race is 100% rated M. Like if Slaughter Race is a real game, it would be rated M. For sure. Like how did they get away with that in a Disney movie? I would say Slaughter Race would be equivalent to Grand Theft Auto, probably. Maybe I have to give Grand Theft Auto a try. Is it because it wasn't is it because it was unserious? Is that why? Is it because it was they were using humor. So yeah, it was Slaughter Race, but it was humor. It was comical. So does that like turn it from rated M to like rated PG-13? And keep in mind, what was it? I was just looking it up. Crap. I was just looking this up. Oh yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean is also rated PG-13. I think Harry Potter is also rated PG-13 as well. I'm trying to think of like other quote unquote kids games. Kids games are movies that are rated PG-13. Harry Potter, I think it was, what was it? The third movie? Or no, fourth movie? It's either the third one or the fourth one. PG-13. Because things start to get more serious. So if it's comical, but see, I don't know, it's pretty serious in the first game. So what's the difference? That's a good question. Movies that are totally not PG. Lion King. Lion King is not PG. No way. It's like freaking Scar. Scar would give you nightmares, man. There is nothing like Scar is totally one of the best bad guys ever made. I mean, not like I was fine watching it, but like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like people are a lot more sensitive nowadays, and I think it's mostly a joke. Like people talk about like Mufasa's death, like messing them up. I don't know. I think it could be. I mean, that's a really good scene, and like it's real. It's kind of a painful scene, and it like really makes you think. In a good way, in my opinion, in a good way, but like people, like I said, people joke about it, but like I don't know. Let's think about it for a minute. Like, is this scene too much? So according to like I was watching this interview. According to the interview, the Land Before Time was too much, so they actually added the old dinosaur. So like right after Littlefoot's mother dies, he talks to this old dinosaur. I forget his name, and the old dinosaur kind of gives him a small therapy session. And they added that in the game. I mean, not the game. They added that in the movie because they thought it was like, yeah, we need some closure, or we need some we need to tell the kids that everything is gonna be okay. You know what I mean? So like. They literally added that in the movie because the original movie without the dinosaur, it was too many things. Because like right after Littlefoot's mother dies, there's also an earthquake, and there's also this like it's like a whole bunch of stuff. I kind of forgot about that actually. Back to back to back to back, and then Sarah loses her dad, and like it's like there's a lot of stuff that happens, and then there's the T-Rex. So they needed some kind of break in the. They needed a break in the action. You know what I mean? Trying to get a weapon. Did I beat it? Oh, okay, I did. Yeah, I don't think I ever care about doing those. That's one thing I'll probably never do. Like, I don't care about that. Just get it out of the way and move on. So yeah, even this game, like, I'll never be 100% perfect. No, thank you. I don't know, maybe if I feel like being crazy enough one day. You know, okay, here's a good idea. Get bronze, get a freaking... Get a precursor orb. How come I can't do that for precursor orbs? There we go. That's what I mean. Like, why would I do that? Why? Give me a reason to do that again. Beat bronze, get 3 precursor orbs. Get silver, get 5 precursor orbs. Get gold, get 10 precursor orbs. Give me a reason to do it. Like if it's in the game, then give me a reason to do it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I guess some people like beating scores just to beat scores, but still. I'm thinking about that Kingdom Hearts game. Like the Hades Cup doesn't give you any experience, but the other one did, which is really interesting. Or rather, one of them gave you experience, but the other ones didn't. This makes no sense. I think there's the ones to the right that did, and the ones to the left didn't, or whatever. I don't know what it was, but whatever. One of them gave you experience, and one of them didn't. Like, why? Why? All of them give you experience. All of them. Like, give me a reason to do this. You know what I mean? And give me a reward when I win. I think the worst reward in any game has to be the King's Blade from Final Fantasy XII. It has horrible stats. It doesn't do anything. It's like an in-game item, and that's all you use it for. Technically, you can use it, and it gives you like 300 attack and then 300 defense. Which doesn't help you at all, because any weapon... Because, like, any weapon that you have is better than it. Doesn't matter. Like, this feels so pointless. Like, why do I have this thing? Why does this thing exist? There's another item in 12 that makes it impossible to gain experience, and I think there is a reason why you would use it. The Firefly, I think it's called. I think there is a reason why you would use it. It has something to do with, like, finding something in the game or something, because you can only do it at, like, level 50 or something. Or something like that. Like, you can only trigger the fight if you're lower level or something. I don't know, but like I don't know. It just seems so dumb. Like why would I not want to gain experience? That makes no sense. In fact, I feel like the items should just be like, hey, if you have the Firefly, then you will be treated as if you have no experience. You still gain experience, but it will treat you as if you don't have it. So, like, monsters will leave you alone. Or something. I don't know. Like, this, like, be more creative than that. Like, I don't know. This seems like, I don't know. Makes no sense. think I'll go till like about 12 o'clock. And then call it a day. This game can be long and kind of rough. So I'll probably start losing my patience at some point. Everything is a little bit hard, and no matter how many times I play this game, it's still a little bit hard. I enjoy a relatively easy game, and then that's why I love Jak and Daxter so much. Jak and Daxter is a really easy game, and so is Treasure Planet, except for those last couple of ones. But this game kind of goes up and down, which I kind of like. So that last mission was actually kind of tough, but the next mission is going to be kind of easy, so I kind of like that. This mission is okay. I had a hard time with this mission in the beginning. What took you so long? definitely gonna have to go back and forth a little bit because I need a break. You know what I mean? Like so, like when I get to the point where this game is going to be maybe too much for me, I'm gonna switch back to Final Fantasy 12 because Final Fantasy 12 is so relaxing by comparison. Like even Kingdom Hearts is annoying because here I am, I'm at the end game, and then the monsters can still beat me. Like I'm at the end game, and the monsters are still kicking my butt, right? Like so, like it doesn't happen in Kingdom. That doesn't happen in Final Fantasy 12. The only part in the game where that could happen is at the bats. Oh my goodness, the bats are a pain. But other than that, yeah. And then the crystal. The crystal is also a pain. But other than that, you can go anywhere in the game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can beat up anything in the game. So it's like, I don't know. It's just, it just feels completely different when you're at the end game and you're like, okay, I don't have to worry about anything. And Final Fantasy 12 is a legitimately enjoyable game. Where this, no matter how much I love this game, there's something stressful about it. There's something very stressful about this game. For sure. Like right now, like I can't find a freaking car. And that one will have to work. Okay. The colors in this game are so much better than in Sly Cooper. Actually, it's pretty murky in this game too. Maybe because it's night, but it still, I don't know, it still feels more colorful. It's fairly gray, but like maybe it's the lighting. It feels I don't know, there's a difference. Can't put my finger on it, but there's definitely a difference. And oh yeah, speaking of which, hold on. I'm gonna annoy the crap out of everybody. I'm pretty far away. I'm gonna walk. Let's just pretend for a minute. This is Sly Cooper. Look how hard. Look how long this game is. I'm Sly Cooper, but in Sly Cooper you have to fight everybody. See, there's nobody I have to fight. I can just go. I don't have to fight anybody. Okay, hold on. Let's fight some people. Okay, now it's Sly Cooper. Now it's Sly Cooper. I have to fight my way there. And he's still faster than Sly Cooper because Sly Cooper can't do that. Look how long this is taking me to get there. Could you imagine me having to do this every single time? This is what Sly Cooper does. It's why it took me so long to play the game. There's no way to travel. Although I think this is bigger than Sly Cooper is. This is I think this is a little bit bigger. But Sly Cooper is definitely, I mean, it's huge. It's a big game. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like it's pretty close. Pretty close. And I was able to outrun all the goons. I don't know. This is still not as hard as Sly Cooper is. Because I outran the goons, and you can't do that. And then now the alarm turned off. I can't do that in Sly Cooper. So even trying to make this Sly Cooper, I still can't do it. Besides, he's a better fighter than Sly is, and Sly doesn't have a gun. That's crazy. It's gonna take me forever to get there. Alright. You get the idea. And I can ride a train in Sly Cooper, but, I mean... I think some of my missions are closer together than that. So the area's big, but my missions are all close together. Why are my missions on the other side of town? Like, what the hell? How even driving in a car gets old after a while. Like, where's my teleport? Where's my ability to teleport? I mean, good lord. I had the ability to teleport in the first game. Let's see, it's like, it's about 10:30. So I'll go to about 12 o'clock, I guess. This mission's kind of hard. This game is definitely mature, for sure. I think it's rated T. I'm skipping all the movies, but still. Another movie that's not rated PG. I have to think about this. Maybe Aladdin? I don't think Aladdin is rated PG. I have to think of a list. Lion King for sure. Probably Aladdin. Nightmare Before Christmas is definitely not rated PG. There's definitely a little bit more mature concepts in that game. I mean, so... Oh, I didn't know it could do that. That's weird. I don't think I ever did that before. Whoops. How do I get back up there? Crap. What other shows or movies are not rated PG? I would argue that Avatar is not rated PG. I don't know what it's rated, but if it is rated PG, then I feel like that's not correct. Now, where's that? Where's that last gun? I messed up. I think I have to get back around. Yeah. Crap. I would say Bambi is rated PG. It's definitely a hard movie to watch, and it's sad. But there's nothing in particularly bad about it. Fox and the Hound is probably PG. I would say, yeah. I would say Fox and the Hound is probably PG. Let me think. Cars is PG. For sure. There's no real bad guy in Cars, is there? Just realized that. There's not really a bad guy. I mean, I guess, like, Chick Hicks is kind of the bad guy, but not really. Actually, if anybody's the bad guy, it's Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen is the bad guy. Story of self-discovery. It's actually a unique movie. That's Pixar, but still. I think Toy Story is PG. There's nothing particularly bad about Toy Story. Although, what's his name? The kid. That kid is messed up a little bit. But other than that, yeah. And I guess it could be a little scary with the toys coming to life, but put it this way, nobody too young. Maybe PG-10 or something. So there is a thing called PG-10 So some games are rated PG-13, so that might be PG-13. Like anybody too young might be scared of that movie. Like anyone 7 and under. There are a lot of kids that are afraid of clowns and Santa Claus. I was never really afraid of anything as a kid. Haunted houses. That's about it, though. But I think that's a normal thing to be afraid of. People were jumping out at you, and back then in the 90s, people like grabbed you. They didn't grab you a very specific way, but they still they would tap you on the shoulder or something. And at some point that became a nuisance, so they made it so that you're not supposed to do that. Too many people complain. Goes to show you that it is, we do need to worry about that stuff. And people would have actual chainsaws, but they would take out the chains, which is actually potentially dangerous. I wonder if anyone ever got hurt by one of those. Like, they weren't fake chainsaws, they were real chainsaws, but they took out the chain. Whoops. That worked. I did that by accident, but hey. Did I succeed? I think I did. Oh, yeah. Let me think. Homeward Bound is totally rated PG. There's no real bad guys. I mean, there's a scary bear, but that's about it. I think Snow White is not that bad. She's scary and all, but nothing too bad about that movie. Cinderella is okay. It's weird. There's really no bad guy in Cinderella. Not really. Like the stepmom, yeah, she's kind of scary, but there's nothing in particular. Like there's nothing in particularly like. There's no real thing to be worried about in that movie. Now, Sleeping Beauty, yeah, Maleficent is definitely terrifying. For sure, yeah, Maleficent is terrifying. As a matter of fact, out of all the bad guys, she's the only real bad guy that wins. Like seriously, the only reason Maleficent loses at the end is because of the fairies, and they're not supposed to help. That's one of the few movies where I'm like, technically, I don't remember his name, Prince Philip. Prince Philip loses. He loses, and then he's chained up in the he's chained up in the dungeon, and the fairies have to free him. And then the fairies give him a sword and give him a shield. And then she beats him again. And then he's like fighting the dragon, and then she says, "Brave prince, you have to fight your fear." And he fails again. And he's about to lose. And then one of the fairies is like, "I stab at you with a sword that's true. Let the evil die. Let your evil die," or whatever they say. That rhymes. And it's like, wait, are the heroes the fairies? The heroes are the fairies. I feel like Sword in the Stone is rated PG. Madame M is definitely kind of terrifying, but she's not as scary as Maleficent. Maleficent is definitely terrifying. Apparently the Wicked Witch scared people so badly that like even the actor scared people. Yes, my puppies. Yes. Let me tell you something. Wicked Witch is definitely a terrifying lady, for sure. No, it's not. I grew up with that movie, so. What a lot of people today don't realize is I grew up watching old stuff because we really didn't have that much stuff growing up. So we watched what our parents watched. And some of the stuff that we watched, like, our parents didn't like, so we ended up watching what they wanted to watch. I didn't have cable, so I never got into the Disney Channel, or I got into like I got into Batman and Marvel, and I don't even know if I even got into the Flash. I got into the Flash later. Justice League. Let me think. What other movies are there? Pinocchio is rated PG. Although there are some parts that are questionable. First of all, it's an older movie. It's probably actually maybe PG-10. If I had to think about it, maybe PG-10. It's a little bit. It's kind of a messed up movie. I forgot about the smoking and the gambling. Yeah, that movie's a little bit messed up. But it's an old movie, so back then, like, people weren't afraid of things back then. It's like, maybe we can teach our kids not to gamble by doing that. They thought completely differently back then. I don't know. It's I grew up with Pinocchio, even though it's from the 50s. See, a lot of the things that I grew up with are actually a lot older than me. 101 Dalmatians, a lot older. Pinocchio, a lot older. The only thing that was like my generation would be Aladdin. Aladdin is my generation. I think Lion King is my generation. Sleeping Beauty is older. I think that's the 60s. Treasure Planet is 2000. Atlantis is also 2000, I think. I think Atlantis is okay for the most part. The bad guy's not the big. The bad guy's not the worst bad guy I've ever seen. Tarzan is okay. I think Tarzan is okay. Maybe PG-13. I mean, maybe PG-10. If I had to think about it. Teach kids that hurting animals is not okay. Jungle Book is PG. Shere Khan is definitely scary though. No thanks. Oh wait, I think I have to. Maybe I'll try some Ratchet and Clank. Apparently there's a Ratchet and Clank gun course. Thank you. Moving along, singing a song. Oh, I have to get to Kira. What's up, Kira? How you doing? Talk about things that completely confuse me. So, he wants me to go meet Kira, which means that she knows him. Which means that she works with him. And then she even says, "Hey, tell crew I'm not looking for anybody else." So she deals with him. She works with him. And then she yells at me for doing exactly the same thing. Like, come on. Forget you. I'm out of here. And you know what? I don't even blame her for the rest of it. You've changed. You're scary now, right? Like, okay, you're not the same Jack that I used to know. Okay, that's fair. You know what? That's fair. Somebody used to be this like nice boy, nice country boy, and now all of a sudden they're doing drugs and not necessarily doing drugs, but yeah, more or less. That's kind of the character that we're going for. He's hooked up on something. Put it that way. It's not his fault, but you know, like, okay, fine. So somebody is. I don't know. Imagine if you went to the military and like one of the medicines they give you literally changes you. Not like as drastically. Not as drastically as Dak and Daxter here, but like I don't know. They talk about what's it called? PTSD. They talk about PTSD and all that. Like it changes people, man. It changes people. And sometimes they have to go on medicine, and one day they forget their medicine, and so they start acting up again. So could be a really good. This could be a really good metaphor for people with psychological problems. Not to mention people that need medication, like possibly ADHD or PTSD or behavior. What's the other one called? BTD, and stuff like that, right? So or even an alcoholic. It could be a good analogy for an alcoholic, or I don't know, many examples, right? So he has a problem. It wasn't his problem. But somebody gave him this problem, and she's judging him for it. You know what I mean? And like I said, to be honest, it's not unfair for her to do that. Like she needs to be safe. She needs to do what she needs to do, right? Like it's not his fault, but it's not her fault either, right? Like a lot of people, they don't want to stay in a situation with an alcoholic, right? So like it's like, yeah, you don't, like you used to be my friend, but like you're not the same person anymore, and it's not okay to expect that person to stay in that scenario. But at the same time, like she shouldn't be judging him. So like it's a hard conversation. And what's interesting about what's happening here, but see, all of that would be fine, but then she's working with Crew. She's working with Crew, and she's also like, come on, like really, she's a freaking hypocrite, right? That's one thing that's always bothered me about the story plot. Like, yeah, you're a freaking hypocrite. And I got all the way there. And to a certain extent, I'm not even mad at the third game. Like, he gets arrested, then he gets exiled. Of course you get exiled, my boy. He's working with a drug lord and freaking... He could have been working with the Underground the entire time. As a matter of fact, there's even a time where he starts working against the Underground. And he says, you know what, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, no matter what. So he's not even working for the Underground. Like, he could work with the Crimson Guard. Or the Underground, I mean. He can be working with the Crimson Guard. The ones that are trying to throw the rebellion. He could be working with them. But he decides to work with Crew. He plays... Let's throw this a completely different wheel on this story plot. We feel sorry for Jack because we are Jack. The reason why we feel sorry for him is because you're playing him. You're seeing it from his perspective. But try looking at it from the other perspective. Like, he's playing all sides, guys. He's playing all sides. He's basically a hired gun. He's a hired gun. Whoever's paying him the most, guess who's paying him the most? The person paying him the most is Crew. The reason why he's working with Crew is because of his connections. And then Crew backstabs him. But hypothetically speaking, if Crew never does that, if Crew never did that, then he would have been hypothetically the best solution. If Crew did the good thing at the end, if Crew did the right thing at the end, he would have been a hero, right? So, like, yeah. So, but everything that led up to it, everything that led up to the ending, yeah, like he made the right decision because he's gonna work with the person with the most power, right? So he's gonna work with the person with the most power. However, what he doesn't understand is, yeah, you need to be careful with who you work with. And here's his girlfriend, and she's saying you shouldn't be working with this guy. They're trying to warn him, and then he does whatever he wants anyway. I would be mad at him too. Like, she's trying to warn him. Like, why are you working with Crew? And yes, she's definitely being a hypocrite for sure. But like, okay, maybe it took her a little bit of time for her to realize it. Okay, now, you know what? Crew's not a good guy. Yeah, I worked with him in the past, but I cut ties. And then when she cuts ties, maybe, you know, like, you should cut ties too. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, if you're not going to stand with your friends, but at the same time, she's not standing with her friends. So it's like, it's not that easy. You know what I mean? It's just hard to do because you're like, well, she's not really standing with Jack, so why would Jack stand with her? And the same thing with Wish, the movie Wish. Like, there's this moment in the movie where he starts to turn sort of evil, and then the Queen says you shouldn't be doing this, and then she snaps him out of it. And then he goes down the deep end again. That's her time to do it again. "Hey, what are you doing? I thought you agreed not to use the dark magic." She may have been able to save him in that moment. It wasn't too late then. He didn't steal the star yet, right? So in that moment he could have, you know, given up and said, "You know what? This is dark and I don't want to do that," right? But no, he keeps going and going and going and going and he doesn't listen to anybody. But don't pretend for a minute that the queen is innocent. The queen is not innocent in this. Like, she was helping him. She was helping him. She could have stopped him. And more importantly, she could have stopped. Like, she could have stopped him. She's probably the only person who could have stopped him. Which is why she works with the underground. And it's like, basically, she completely abandons him. But he also completely abandons her. Both people abandon one another. It's like, but like, yeah, Queen Amaya, I think her name is. Queen Amaya should not be queen. She should not be queen. And you know, okay, fine. I can understand like pardoning her, whatever, because she didn't do anything wrong, but per se, but she wasn't exactly innocent. She's not innocent because she could have stopped him. And more importantly, she was helping him. There was even a moment where she was standing with him when he was doing all those things. She was standing with him when he was doing all those things. She was still there. She didn't leave. He wasn't doing all those things on his own. It's like, she was right there, standing by his side. She wasn't fighting him. Like, they call that aid and abating. It's like, yeah, she was... She should have left. She should have left. But she didn't. She stood by his side. So that makes her guilty by association. Not as guilty, but yeah. She shouldn't be queen. She definitely shouldn't be the queen. And then there's the song. She was blinded by how beautiful he is. I hate that whole concept. Because he's also beautiful. She's also beautiful. So, like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I feel like they needed to change that wording a little bit. It's not the fact that he's a handsome guy. It's the fact that he was vain. That was the problem. It wasn't the problem that, you know, he was good looking. It wasn't the problem that he was handsome. The problem was he was vain. But she also loves him. But she's also beautiful, and she wants to be with this guy. And she was also being vain. And the fact that she's with him, that makes her just as vain as he is. And here she is, she's literally stroking his ego. Like, oh, you're handsome, you're this, you're that, you're other thing. Like, people were like, what? The thing I'm talking about here is like, you don't realize how you might help somebody, good or bad. Like, there are other factors. It's like, it's not just his fault. You know what I mean? There's other things that are coming into play here. There are other reasons why this is happening. Yes, he should be held responsible because he's the one that's doing it. But there are also other people who should be held responsible. And I don't think they talk about that enough. And like, they always have a scapegoat or patsy. And in these situations, there's always a scapegoat and patsy. And in the third game, the princess or whatever her name is, I don't remember her name. She says, I should have stopped the council. Well, why didn't you? Why didn't you? Like, I just would have left. And then she says, oh, you died out in the desert. I would have said, screw you guys. I'm done being... And then Jack does say it. I'm done being a hero. But then he comes back. Then he comes back. I would not have come back. I would have said, screw you guys. You abandoned me. See you later. I saved the entire world. And you guys freaking suck. I don't owe you guys nothing. You dug you made your bed, now sleep in it. I swear, I was blowing up at the ending. Trying to cheat. I was like 10 seconds away. I don't know. It's just like some of these stories are like. When it comes to video games, I love all of these games and I love all of their stories, but I wish the story was a little bit better hashed. And there's a lot of people that say things about the Wisp movie. It's a great movie, except for that little detail. If they fixed that little detail, then it would be a great movie. It would have been a great movie. And I'm afraid of this quote-unquote AI. I'm going to call it quote-unquote AI because it's not quite AI yet. I'm afraid of it because the AI stuff is going to be even more bland. It's going to be even more forced. It's going to be even more not connected. There's going to even be more plot holes because the AI is not going to think of stuff like that. And people don't usually catch those things. So why would the AI catch it? The AI is based off of what people can do. So if people are missing it, then the AI is going to miss it. So since we're the ones that's training it, yeah, seriously, we're the ones that's training it, but we're not catching it, so you know what I mean? You can only train something so well if you're the one that's training it. We need some perfectionists on this stuff, man. right there. I don't know why I have to go all the way to the end to do it. There's entering the stadium should be good enough. Oh crap. I messed up. I don't know why I'm struggling with this so badly. Give me a minute. I don't remember how to drive a little bit. Hold on. That way. Oh crap. I hate that that happens. You get back on the same one. Wish you can just get rid of the one that you're driving on. It's weird. You're going really fast, but actually feels like you're going slow. It's the weirdest thing. That just gives it so you just how big this area is. See, I'll show you how fast I'm going in a minute. Okay, I'm going pretty fast. See? Same speed. Zoom. Actually, compared to Treasure Planet, I'm going pretty slow. Wow, I'm going fast as crap in Treasure Planet. I just realized that. Going fast as crap in Treasure Planet. Oops. Seriously, I just realized that. Holy crap. that way's faster. Sure, once you hit something, you just keep on hitting something. There. I think a baron is equivalent to a mayor, or maybe a governor. Basically, a ruler of a small town. They always talk a baroness or a barony. And I got caught that last freaking. Come on. I was slowing down at the end. Like, there's. One thing I hate about this game is all the people in the way. I swear I hate that. Like, they literally, like, you can literally cross into them. They literally slow you down. That's the worst. Like, I wish there was an area where I could just drive and there's nobody in your way. It's dumb. Ah. Bad start. I swear there are this thing. I'm telling you, there's just things in games that just annoy the crap out of me. I almost forget sometimes. It's like, oh man, yeah, this game. I don't know why I'm having hard. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this. I did the other mission so easily. Actually, you know what's weird? Considering, I think I'm actually going really slow. Let me think. If those are people, and I'm passing them, I'm going like 30 miles per hour? 40 tops? Yeah, I'm not going faster than 40. That's interesting. Yeah, I sincerely doubt that he's going faster than that. Maybe 50? I don't think so, though. 50's pretty fast. I would say 40. Like 30 or 40. It's kind of funny. Considering this is a game all about speed, like I'm going really slow. Like compared to like Sonic and like time to spare. See, that's perfect. Unlike Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper gives you like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I had a good like 10 seconds. I think it could have actually done that better. The crew literally tells you to go talk to her. Like what? Then I have to go do this. It's not my favorite thing to do. I feel like I got a couple things done. Pretty good start. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I wonder why they don't just give it to you here. They wait until later in the game to give it to you. I feel like they just give it to you here. You beat the stadium, and then she asks you to like work it out and figure it out, Jetboard or whatever, as a favor or something. She gives it to you. I literally feel like they should give it to you here. And even with the Jetboards, like I still feel like I feel like you're still going way too slow. Ugh. Like even with the Jetboard. fast enough. And I love how it's like, yeah, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it that well. Get bronze is good enough. Yeah, like I don't need. See, depending on the game, it would like make me get gold or something. And be like, no thanks. Getting gold would not be what I would want to do in this game. No way. Like that's good enough for me. Like, give us options, guys. I swear. Like if you guys make a game, make 3-tier systems. Yeah, I understand like why it would fail. Like there's a fail for sure. I get that, but have a gold, silver, and bronze for sure. 100%. Like, I do not care about getting the gold. I'll never get the gold. If I was required to get the gold, I would literally be stuck here forever, and I would just give up on this game. Like maybe I don't know. I would have to see. Could I even hit bronze? I don't even know if I can even hit bronze. Or am I in bronze now? Gold, silver, bronze. Yeah, I'm probably bronze now. Or is this copper? We're slower than bronze. Copper? Bronze is usually the lowest, but if there was a lowest, what would be lower? Nickel? No, copper then nickel, for sure. It would go copper first and then nickel. I think. Sounds right. Then after nickel would be like, I don't know, lead. Lead's pretty common. What's the most common metal? Zinc. Iron. I think iron. Iron's like the most common metal. Because iron is how you make steel, right? Iron and something else. The third game is even more annoying. They say things like, well, whatever happened in the past doesn't matter. Whatever happened, happened. Whatever happened, happened. Except it didn't happen, so therefore it does matter because it didn't happen. And you all are telling me it did happen, but it didn't happen, so it does matter. And you're right, whatever happened is what happened, and I'm telling you what happened. You guys just aren't believing me. So you don't believe what you're saying. So belief does matter, and furthermore, that's dumb because the past does matter. Do you know how often people never move forward in their life because they did something in their past? Like that's what Les Mis is about. Like Les Mis, like he changes his name, he becomes a governor, and at the end of the movie, he's still running from the law because technically he's still a fugitive. Like yeah, like if you do something bad, especially depending on how bad it is, you'll never move on from it. And here's a situation in this game. Like imagine if somebody did something bad, hypothetically, but they also did something really good. Like how do you judge this person? Let's just say this person rescued everybody, right? Like, what do we do? Like, this person did a really good thing, and then also did a really bad thing. They don't necessarily cancel out, but you can't forget about the good stuff that they did. So, what do you do? What do you do? And then they talk about, once you pay your debt to society and all that other stuff, but you pay your debt to society, and you still like. A lot of people still won't give you a job, and people won't hire you because you're ex-fugitive or like yeah, like it totally matters. People don't give you a clean slate. It doesn't work that way. Like, I would say this is probably one of the best games I've ever seen when it comes to that. Like, we don't care if you're a hero. Like, you did a whole bunch of bad stuff, and now in the third game he quote unquote redeems himself. But technically, at the end of the game, he still does something bad. And then I haven't played the fourth game yet, but it's done by somebody else, which is why I'm hesitant to play it. At some point, I might play it just for fun, but I kind of want to see it, just because I started playing it a little bit, but like the controls and stuff are completely different. It doesn't even feel like the same game, so that's kind of a big deal. Kind of got lost a little bit. Can't help but wonder what Sid's doing during all of this. Ah. It'd be cool if I could play as Sid. As Sid. I hate those snakes or scorpions. Stupid scorpions. There. Gotta go rescue Vinny. Hey, what's up, Ben? And I'm knocking these out, man. I think one or two more. This one's kind of hard. It's good to have the skull gems. One of the better turret games. See that dot? It makes it so much easier to aim. I was not a fan of the Treasure Planet one. Wonder if I found all of the eggs. Probably not. I probably haven't found them all. Ah. Fudge. I hate this guy. So annoying. One thing I really hate about this game is they don't give you enough ammo. Faster. Where's my ammo? Seriously. There. There. Freaking ammo, man. Man, I love that shotgun. Cause I got a shotgun and you don't got one. This land was made for me, not you. Like how he says you will be able to buy stuff, but not really, so that's not true. I'm not really sure why he's saying that. Thank you. I needed that. One last one. Hate that. I actually found some. Crap. Trying to go fast. Trying to go too fast. It's one problem with trying to go too fast in this game. There. And no matter what you do, you can't play this game fast, even if you want to. You have to have a certain pace. There we go. Go away. Yeah, that's one way to take care of those guys. There we go. Good. Okay, try that again. Freaking one freaking egg away. There. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's it. I think he might be closer. Yeah, like, so what I was saying before is he could have be working with the sword and said never work with Gru. Yes, at some point he does say to work with Gru, but like yeah, like somewhere in the middle of the game, he's like, you have to figure out whose side you're on, blah 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 blah, and like I actually do something that hurts the underground, and I actually put some of their guys in jeopardy, and I said, well, you're either with me or you're against me, and then they do something stupid that ends up putting Aslan, that's her name, Aslan. Then they end up doing something that ends up putting Aslan in danger, and then they put Kira and the Sage in danger, which I get mad at them because they so like why aren't they getting penalized because some of the transgressions that they've done? So like that's where it becomes an interesting question because not every single person gets consequences for their actions. And that's an interesting conversation. Like not everybody. Some people, skate underneath the radar, and I don't know. It's just yeah, or we don't care, or whatever. Oh, it wasn't that big of a deal, but in reality, it's one of the reasons why the original thing happened in the first place. It's never really one person's fault. It's a cumulative result of multiple things happening together that ends up resulting in something like that. And then in the end, you end up with a patsy. No matter what, it's like even organizations. Like when they take down an organization, they usually take down the guy at the top. Like really. Are you seriously thinking that the guy at the top is the only person involved? One person could not possibly do all that. It's just not. It's just not physically possible. So there are more people involved in this than this one person. Like, don't give one person that much credit. There's like no one person who's that capable. People only become capable when they work together. Otherwise, you never really achieve anything. And more importantly, the right people working together. Let's see, where am I? Talk to crew and find a pumping station. the hell? I don't know what that was. That was weird. Let's see, what the hell am I supposed to do here? I don't remember. Hmm. I do not remember. You have to look around all of the maps for stuff this way. Wait a minute. I think this is supposed to be Ashley. You mean nice doing all the work, you mean? Alright. Easy peasy. Go rescue Ashley. These guys are tough. It's annoying. Let's see. There we go. And I can't wait till I get this skateboard. Look at it, it's called Haven City. A haven is a place that's safe. As in a safe haven. And this is a town in the middle of a giant desert. That's pretty clever. We're investigating a car crash on I-95. What major highway is over there in California? Just out of curiosity. Is there one? There has to be other. There has to be other major highways. 95 is one big highway, guys. Goes all the way from New York to Florida. Wait, I don't remember what I was supposed to do. There's one downfall. Mountain. Oh, I can go to the temple now. So if I go to the temple now, I get the skateboard, I think. So let's do that. Makes my life a little bit easier to have the skateboard. Some guy with blonde hair stole my car, and he also had a naked mole rat. They randomly arrest Ron. I swear it's not me. I'm not even supposed to be in this video game. Oh wow, I just totally realized that. A kid with blonde hair and a mole rat. Oh, I see. We're actually looking for a weasel, not a naked mole rat. Also, the kid has spiky hair. He's also a little bit older. Actually, I think he's like, how old is he supposed to be here? He's definitely older. If he's like 13 or 14 in the first game, then he's like 17 or 18 in this game. Probably around 18. And he has a goatee, so maybe he's 20 something. Definitely a more mature theme, so that would make sense. By the way, exactly at what point does he become Mar? That's very interesting. In the third game? Or is it after the third game? Or is that what the fourth game is supposed to be about? Oh, this area. Never mind, I thought I was supposed to do something else. This is long. This is a long mission. Oh, you know what? This is a long mission, so let's call it a day here, guys. Thank you for watching. I made it pretty far. Cool. Thanks for watching.